the Tornado Kitten story is completely true. I'm a paramedic in the town of Brimfield, and in 2011 there was a tornado and it came to our town, and it damaged our house, and it damaged our neighborhood and our neighbor's house, and it changed the way our town was. But what came out of the storm is that somebody found this little 60-year-old kitten in a tree and brought him to the fire station. We couldn't take care of him because our house was damaged, but we gave him to the Animal Rescue League of Boston, who was in town helping some other animals out. And then once our house was fixed up, we got to adopt him back, which is pretty cool. So I decided to write the story called Toto the Tornado Kitten. I thought it would be a joke, and my wife said, oh, well, it's a silly project, and we printed 200 books. But in the last 5 years, I've been able to visit 280 different places and raise $57,000 for animal shelters, which is pretty cool. So my name is Jonathan, and I am the author of this book that we're going to read tonight, which is pretty cool. I've never written a book before, but this is the first time I've ever written a book, and it's a lot of fun reading a book. So we're going to read this book. It's called Toto the Tornado Kitten. Now sometimes you guys check books out in the library and those are made-up stories. Made-up stories can be a lot of fun, but you know what's better than a made-up story is a true story. And this is a true story, and it's all about me, and it's about this cat, which is pretty cool. So I'm the author of the book. My name is Jonathan. There's somebody else's name. Her name is Carol, and she's the illustrator of a book. Does anyone know what the illustrator does? What does the illustrator do? That's right, the illustrator draws the pictures. And I want you to pay attention because I think she did a pretty good job about making Toto in the book look like the real Toto. And I'm going to tell you something else about this book. I'm in the book in 2 different places, so you'll have to keep an eye out to see if you can find me in the book, which is pretty neat. So we're going to read the book called Toto the Tornado Kitten. We'll do some fun stuff. We'll read another book, and then the best part of the day is that everybody that wants to is going to be able to get to meet Toto. So I promise we'll have plenty of Toto time, which is pretty cool. So let's go to the book, and it's called Toto the Tornado Kitten. Are you guys ready? Yeah! So let's go to the first page, and it says, my name is Toto the Kitten. And what does the illustrator of a book do? Do you remind us, what does the illustrator do? That's right, she draws the pictures. And do you think she did a pretty good job about making Toto in the book look like the real Toto? Yeah. Except he's sleeping right now, so she didn't draw him sleeping. If he wasn't sleeping, this is what he would look like. So, my name is Toto the Kitten. I was born in the woods in a small town called Brimfield. I lived happily in the woods and meadows with my mother. And there's a bunch of kitty cats here, but there's one with a butterfly on his tail right here. Can you see? That's Toto right there. How silly is that? A cat with a butterfly on his tail. One day, a big storm called a tornado came along. The sky got darker and darker. It started to rain, and the wind began to blow. And there's a big storm coming here, but look, there's a little tiny kitten right down here. I bet he's pretty afraid because there's a big storm coming. I think he's going to be okay though. Let's find out what happens. It was so windy that I got blown all the way up into the top of a tree. My home in the forest was gone. Lots of other people and animals lost their homes too. It was quite a mess. Meow, I cried out, won't someone please come help me? It was getting dark and I was stuck in a tree. And where's Toto? Can you point to him?
Up in the tree.
Yeah, there he is. Can you see all the way up in the tree there? I bet he's pretty afraid. He's going to be okay though. A call was put out for help. Ambulances, fire trucks, police cars, and bucket trucks rushed to the scene. A very nice man who was helping to clean up all the trees in the forest found me. I knew that I would be okay. And sometimes people think that's me, but that's not me, so keep an eye out. You'll have to look to find me in the book. He brought me to the fire station. A special group of people were there helping all of the other animals like me who needed a new home. Meow, I cried out. I was so cold and hungry. I was taken by the nice people to a special hospital for kittens far away so I could get better. I was so tiny that I had to drink milk from a baby's bottle. Now, do you remember I told you that this is a true story? It's not a made-up story? I want to show you a picture of Toto the day that we found him. Can you see how tiny he was? This is this little kitty cat. That's my hand, and that's a baby's bottle. He was so tiny he would fit in my hand. Do you think he would fit in my hand now? No, he got a lot bigger, didn't he? All right, let's find out where we were here. All right. I was taken by the nice people to a special hospital for kittens far away. I was so tiny that I had to drink milk from a baby's bottle. Next, I stayed at the animal shelter, a place for kittens like me who need a new home. I began to grow and get bigger. They were very, very nice to me. I got to eat as much as I wanted. I had lots of yummy food. And what do you guys think Toto likes to eat? What do cats like to eat? What do you think? Cat food, yeah, what else? Steak, yeah, like that. What do you think? Milk, they like to drink milk. What else do they like to drink? What do you think? Water, yeah. So Toto likes all those things, but here's the best thing. Toto likes to eat people food, so he eats Twizzlers and Doritos, and he loves to eat cucumbers and watermelon. He loves watermelon and cucumbers, so he's a silly cat. He eats lots of people food. All right. I got to eat as much as I wanted. I had lots of yummy food. When people heard about my amazing story, they wrote me lots of letters and cards. I was even on TV. I was a superstar. And do you think the idea of a kitty cat on television is silly? How about if I show you this? Here, can you see the picture of Toto being interviewed? Here he is. He's a superstar on television. He's a rock star. I was even on TV. I was a superstar. Finally, the day came when I was ready to leave. I had met lots of nice people, but I wanted a home that I could call my own. One day, a nice couple came and chose me to go home with them, and guess what? They took me back to Brimfield, where my journey began. And there's somebody with a baseball hat driving a pickup truck with a cat on their lap. Who do you think that might be? That's right. See, I told you I was in the book. That's me. That's the best part about writing a book, is if you write a book, you get to be in it. Now, each day in my new home is fun and exciting. I chase cat toys, I take long naps, and I love to sit on laps. I get to go for car rides to visit my friend Dr. Michelle at the animal hospital. She makes sure that I'm growing up to be big and strong. So just like you guys go to the doctor, Toto goes to the doctor too. Does anyone?
It's a pet. It's something called a vet.
Yes, I was just about to ask that, but you answered the question. What's the name of the doctor that takes care of animals? What is it? What is the name of the doctor called? A vet or a veterinarian. That's right. Let's have you sit over there. Hold on to this for a sec, okay, hon? I promise. You'll be good. All right. So the name of the doctor that takes care of animals is called a vet or a veterinarian, and this is Dr. Michelle, and she's very nice to Toto. Sometimes when it's quiet and I'm alone at my new home, I get sad. I miss my mom and my old home. I hope she knows I'm all right. It's okay to miss the things that you love. But now I have a forever home where I am very happy. No more tornadoes for me. The end. And who do you think this is? Yes, see, I told you I was in the book in two different spots. Did you guys like the story?
Yeah.
Yes. I have some questions. Maybe you guys can help me out if you raise your hand and we'll answer the questions. So the first, you don't even know what the question is yet. You gotta find out what the question is. Let's take a guess. How old in years, how many years old do you think Toto is? How many years do you want to take a guess? What do you think? 5, right on. You knew that. Did you know that? The same age, yeah, so good. So he's 5 years old. Good work. How about if we were gonna weigh Toto, we weigh things in pounds. How many pounds do you think that Toto would be? How many pounds do you think? 9, that's a good guess. A little bit more than 9, so some more than 9. What do you think? 10, we're going this way. All right, 10, so keep going up a little bit. What do you think? How many did you say? 14. What's one less than 14? 13, you're right on. Good work, excellent. So he's 13 pounds. How about if we were going to measure Toto all the way from his nose to his tail? How many inches do you think he would be? Who wants to take a guess of how many inches? What do you think? 6 inches? Okay. What's your name? Well, do you know what? I brought a tape measure. Do you want to come up and help me and we'll measure him and find out how many inches he really is? You're not afraid of cats, are you?
No way.
All right, so we're going to measure him. So I need 2 more people to help me. So do you want to help me? And then do you want to help me, okay? And everyone else can sit on their bottom. So Brielle, you thought he was how many inches? 6 inches? All right, well let's find out how many inches. So I need somebody to hold this end of the tape measure. And then you're going to be the nose person. You come and hold this end of the tape measure and pull it extra tight. All right, good work. You guys are holding the tape measure, and you're going to be the tail person. Like you said, you weren't afraid of cats, right? So you stand over here, and we're going to figure out how many inches. You ready? Sorry, buddy, we're waking up. All right, you ready? This is the one time you're allowed to pull a kitty cat's tail gently. There you go. As nice nose. There we got it. We're close. Keep going, pull it. There you go. Perfect. You know what that number is? 30. So everyone, Brielle's going to tell you how many inches Toto actually is. How many? Go ahead, yell it out. 30 inches. So he's 30 inches. Good job. All right, you guys were good Toto measures. So we learned that Toto's 5 years old, and we learned that he's 30 inches, and then we learned that he's about 14 pounds, which is pretty good. So I have another book to share with you, and then we're going to do Toto time, which is the best time of the day. But before we do that, I want to share something else with you. Last year we went to a school where all the students were deaf, and they had to use sign language. Does anyone know what sign language is? What's sign language? Exactly, and then when you use your hands to make words with people who can't hear, so you use your hands to make words. So do you know what? I learned to do this whole book in sign language. Would you guys like to learn some sign language from the book?
Sure.
All right, so let's try this out. What kind of animal is Toto? What kind of animal is he? Well, you can say it. What kind of animal? A cat, exactly. So you know how you say cat in sign language? Everybody take your hands on your side of your mouth like this, and you just do this. You make little whiskers. Good job. You do that? You're doing good. Good work. Except when we found him, he was a kitten. So do you know how you say kitten? You already know half of it. You ready? You do this, and then you put your hands together like this, because that means small. So a cat who is small is a kitten, right? Does that make sense? How would you think that you would say tornado in sign language? Who wants to take a guess? Did you know this?
No.
No? You got it. You got half of it. You ready? Take 2 fingers, everybody, like this. Point them together and spin them around. Good job. We got a whole room full of tornadoes going. Good work. Excellent. Let me see your best tornado here. Good job. I'll talk to you in just a sec, I promise. So this is how you do tornado. Good work. Now you can do letters with your hands. So to spell Toto's name, it's T-O-T-O. So to say the letter T, you ready? Hold up your thumb and put it right through your fist. Hold up your best T's. Let me see. Good work. Excellent. How would you do O, do you think you would do O? You got it. Exactly. It's just like this. So do you know what? We can do the whole title to Toto's book in sign language together. You guys want to try this? Here we go. You ready? T-O-T-O, the tornado kitten. Let's do it again. You ready? Here we go. T-O-T-O, the tornado kitten. Let's do it, but the whole room will be quiet. We'll just do sign language. You guys ready? Here we go. Good job. You want to learn one more fun thing that's in the book? So I work at a fire station, and there's fire trucks at the fire station. So everybody can see the fire truck? Yeah? You know how you do fire truck in sign language? This one's a lot of fun. You ready? Do this. Fire truck. That's it. Fire truck. Good work. And there's an ambulance at the fire station. Can you see the ambulance? Yeah? You know how you do ambulance in sign language? This is all you do. That's it. Perfect. Excellent. Here's one that's not in the book that's a lot of fun. You ready? Bubble bath. That's it. So you can learn it. Now, does everyone know who your librarians are? They're here, and they are here. And so your librarians have tons of cool books, and they have books all about cats. They have books about the weather. and they have books about sign language. And do you know they even have a book about a cat that lives in a library? It's called Dewey the Decimal Cat. Yeah, there's a kid's book and a chapter book, and it's a true story, and it's all about a cat that lived in a library. You can check it out. So I'm going to read you one more book, and then I promise we'll have Toto time. But before we do that, I am going to... Thank you. Excellent. Before we do that, I want to teach you one more thing in sign language. What do you say if somebody does something nice for you? What do you say? Thank you. So do you know what? You can say it in sign language. You take your hand on your chin just like this and push it away. So if your teacher or your mom or dad or your librarian does something nice for you today, instead of saying thank you, you just take your hand on your chin and just push it away. And then to say you're welcome, this is you're welcome. So you could try doing that. And this is turtle too. So sign language can be a lot of fun. I learned it. So I have one more book. You guys, you got this book in the back. Look at that. You guys, you've got some Toto fans in the back. How neat is that? And so you guys can follow along. But I'm going to read you one more book, and it's all about this cat and all the places that Toto goes in real life, and then we'll start a line and we'll have a lot of fun. So we'll meet Toto. And this is called Oh Toto, Where Did You Go? I have one more question for you guys. Who here thinks they know why we named this kitty cat Toto? Does anyone know? What do you think? Because it sounds like a tornado. That's awesome. That's a good reason. There's a book or a movie. Does anyone know the book or the movie? Who hasn't answered a question yet today? You. Do you know the book or the movie that there's a Toto in? That's right, The Wizard of Oz. But what's the difference between this Toto and the Toto that's in The Wizard of Oz? What is it? Yeah, Toto in The Wizard of Oz is a dog, but this Toto is a cat. So that's it. But that's why we named it Toto. So let's read this book. It's called Oh Toto, Where Did You Go? I'm in this book too, which is a lot of fun. And then we'll have the good line and we'll have a chance to meet Toto, which is the best part of the day. And I think that you guys might actually be in this book too, so you'll have to pay attention and see if you're in the book. It's a rhyming book and it's a lot of fun. So let's start out with the first page. Ready? When I woke up this morning, I knew something was wrong. The bedside was empty, my friend Toto was gone. He had packed up his leash and taken some food, but not left a note, which I thought was quite rude. I'd set out to find him, I'd search high and low. Oh Toto, I thought, where on earth did you go? And let's find out all the places that Toto goes in real life. You ready? I stopped at the coffee house, which was quite near. I asked the nice lady, has Toto been here? Oh yes, she said, smiling. Let me see. Oh, now I remember he had catnip tea. He had been in for breakfast and finished his snack. He said his goodbyes and went right out the back. My friends at the bank said he brought in some change. A cat at the bank, cried one lady. How strange. He deposited some cash, 3 dimes and $1. Give the money to the shelter, read a note tucked in his collar. The tellers gave him some treats while he sat on the floor. Then he got up and stretched and went right out the door. So I work at a fire station, and Toto comes with me to the fire station all the time, so he likes going there. So we had to put that in the book. The fireman told me he'd stopped in for a chat. That's no ordinary pet there, he's our mascot cat. The first time we met him, he was so tiny and small, but look at him now, so handsome and tall. He had helped out with chores and sat with them all, but when the fire bell rang, he went out on a call. At the nice nursing home, he sat with nanas and grandpas, next to wheelchairs and walkers, sitting pretty on all paws. They cooed and they chatted, they spoiled him rotten, and showing his thanks, he rubbed each with his noggin. Thanks for having me by. I'll come back quite soon, but I have to head out now for an appointment at noon. What kind of building are we in today? Where are we at? Do you think Toto goes to the library? That's his favorite place to go. Of course he goes. The librarian told me he'd stopped in for a look. He sat with the children while they read him his book. It was the story of a kitten blown into a tree and all the people who helped him until he came home with me. When story time was over, he said, I'd places to be. He cleaned off his whiskers. I'm going to be on TV. And I think I see some of you guys in the book. Do you guys see yourself in there? No, I think I do. I see you guys in there. The postmaster told me he'd brought in some mail, so many packages, even one tied to his tail. He mailed out his books to each Toto fan, to Vermont and to Boston, and even Japan. When the books were all set, he thanked them a bunch, then headed out back to meet someone for lunch. Does anyone take the school bus to school? You do? Is there ever a cat on your school bus? If you lived in Brimfield, there'd be a cat on your school bus. Sometimes the school bus stops by. Can you see the cat here? And it picks him up, and the school bus takes him to school. I don't know what he does there all day, but he has a lot of fun there. The whole school was there when Toto arrived on the bus. An appearance by Toto always causes a fuss. He taught each of the students about being kind to their pets, how important it is to treat all with respect. He wandered through classrooms and sat for a spell, but left on a mission at the sound of the bell. How about going to the gym? Does anyone go to the gym or the YMCA with their mom or dad? Yeah, you do? Have you ever seen a cat at the YMCA? No, you would if you went to my YMCA. He remarked to his friends at the YMCA, "Going to the gym is the best part of my day." He watched people stretch, lift things, and run. Silly humans, he thought, cats do all that for fun. After doing cat yoga, he strolled out the door. "Thanks for the workout, I'll be back soon for more." And that's downward facing cat, if you need it. That's it. He had gotten a ride to the television station so he could tell his great story to all Toto Nation. Sitting upright and proud, he talked to the host. "What a very special tale, you're the cat with the most. Thanks for giving me time to share my great story, but I have to head out now, I'm really quite sorry." By the end of the day, I was sad and alone. Still missing my best friend, I headed back home. But when I got to the house and opened the door, I found Toto quite happy, asleep on the floor. "Of all the places I went when I got out to roam," he said, "I found the best place to be is right here at home." The end. And who's this? You know it. See, I'm in the book in 2 different spots. Did you guys like that?
Yeah!
You guys have been very patient. If you guys want to sit on your bottoms, I'm going to talk to all the grown-ups for just a minute or 2, and then I promise we'll start a line, and we can all get to meet Toto. I'm Jonathan Hall, this is Toto the Tornado Kitten, and you're watching WBPA TV. Thanks for watching.